Evening everyone, today you join me and Dad fishing this low water mark to try and get some fish. Our targets are going to be thornback rays, smoothhounds, slight chance of a smoothhound, and maybe a bass. First bait going out, it's a whole squid on a fixed pulley pennel with a 7-ounce lead. Let's get out there. You can see if you look around there, the tide is absolutely screaming through, even though it's only a neap. Gonna walk out to the end here. Oh. Perfect. Out in that tide. Gonna make sure I've got the drag set just in case a hound comes along. But yes, we've got here 3 hours before low. It's a low water mark, like I said. We're gonna fish it down to low, maybe an hour up. We'll see how the fishing is. Well guys, second cast going out. This rod is gonna be targeting bass. I've got a short fixed pennel, as you can see, loaded with ragworm with a 6-ounce lead. And I've got fixed spool reel down on this one, because I don't know if you remember guys, but when we were at Morpher, this is what I used to catch the hounds. So I actually quite enjoyed using it. Very nice and easy to retrieve fish, but this isn't going to be casting far. It's only going to be sort of 20-30 yards. And yes, we're going to hope to get a bass on this one, because I don't know if you guys all recognise where we are if you pan round. Me and Dad did film a bass video here a few months ago, and we had one each. And that was on, I think I had mine was on crab, Dad's was on lug. But yeah, rag works just as well. I'm going to put this out now. Just a gentle flick. In the tide, but gentle flick. Perfect. If there's any bass around, they should nail that. Yes. It is a small tide. Very small tide actually, so I'd almost call it a neap. But it's absolutely screaming throughout there. On the big rod, I need a 6-ounce lead. No, not even a 6-ounce, a 7-ounce lead. But yes, 6 ounce on this one should be fine because it's only in close. Have that drag set just in case. And yes, hopefully it doesn't take too long to get our first fish. Right guys, just had a screaming run on the crab. Oh, no, not on the crab, the rag that I just put out. Didn't get a chance to capture the first initial run, but I think I've got a hound on. That took all of about 2 minutes. Right, I'm gonna go down and land it. Oh my God. Literally about 30 yards out this was. I'm gonna say it's either a hound or a bloody big bass. It's only close, because well, you saw the cast, it only went about 30 yards. It's swimming up tide. My God. It's going in circles out there. Taking me for a ride, this one. Yes, it's a hound. Just seen it break the surface. Oh, that's a nice hound. That's a nice hound. Oh my God, look at out there, it's like Jaws. Come on, in you come, in you come, in you come. In you come. Don't come off, please. Oh yes, that's a nice hound. Yes! That's a nice hound. Oh my God, it's absolutely nailed that fixed pennel on the rag. Right. Oh my God, it's angry with me. Let's try and pick it up if we can. That's a mid-double fish, that. Definitely a mid-double fish. Right guys, it's a big hound. I'm gonna weigh this one. I've got my sling and I've got my scales, so I'm just gonna lift her up here. Get the sling. It's all dry, there's no added water in it.
Get some water on it.
No, I don't want to add any, I don't want no false reading, I want the actual weight of the fish. Just put it in there. These scales are on 0, as you can see. They're a bit, there you can see now, it's on 0.
See, yeah.
My God, I'm shaking. It's literally in the water for 2 minutes, about 30 yards out on the ragworm. Right, moment of truth. Stay still, love. I think it's 14 and a half. Going between 14 and 15 there, on the orange line.
That's 15. It's 15.
Hang on, let's try again. What was that saying?
I can't focus on it.
Hang on, just leave it.
15, isn't it?
14-12.
14-12.
We'll call it 14-12. Oh, well guys, look at that for a hound. Absolute stonker. One of my biggest ever hounds, not my PB, but it's only £2 off. 14-12. Nailed on the fixed pennel with ragworm on a £25 amnesia snood. My God, about 30 yards out, was in the water for about 2 minutes. Oh, the sling's blowing away, but look at that for a fish in the sunshine. Bristol Channel hound fishing. We'll get some pictures and get her back. What a beauty. Have to shout a bit because my mic isn't on. while we're recording. This beautiful hound, not as big as the last, probably. Another double, definitely. I'd give it maybe 11, maybe 12 pounds. Not going to weigh it, but it's another clonking Bristol Channel hound. This one was on the squid, on the one that I smashed out at the start. Shows the all ranges today. But yeah, it's just look at it in the sunshine. Oh, I don't know what to say. I'm just in shock. 2 casts, 2 hounds.
Let's get another bait
5
out.
minutes to each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's always coming back. Put the other one back. The other one absolutely screamed off.
Just carry it down and put it back now, Chris.
Yeah, we'll put it back now. Oh guys, I'm in a bit of a rush. I've just moved down. I quickly baited up a crab, as you can see. That nice circle look sticking out the top with a 7-ounce lead. I'm going to put this back out. I don't think there's any need to chuck it out that far because I had the other one about 30 yards out. And this one, well, the second one I had, it's about, well, probably about 100 at least, 100 yards. Now I'm going to put this one about 70 or 80. Or a bit further actually, but we'll see. Out when the tide. There we go. About a similar distance to where I caught that second one on. The tide's starting to ease off, just about. Get that drag set, just in case. And I'll now move the rest of my stuff down. Right guys, I just missed the bite. I don't know how I missed it. It sort of started going over, zzz, and dropped slack. But anyway, I'm in such a rush. Just strapped a squid body to that crab because it has lost a bit of its scent, and get it back out to the same spot. There we go. They're obviously coming through with that tide. It's going to be my best session on the hounds ever. Not for numbers, but for size maybe. And that was what, first 3 casts. I've had 3 hound runs. So I can't speak. Hopefully, fingers crossed for cast number 4, we can get another hound or maybe a thornback grey. I was more expecting to catch a thornback grey than a hound tonight, but it's obviously the other way round. Get that drag set. Let's get the other one out. Just baited up the other one, loaded it with ragworm again, as you can see. And the first one, the bigger one of the 2 I caught, was about 30 yards out, so I'm just going to do the exact same. Now this one is supposed to be my bass rod, but clearly not. Well, I can only think that as long as you're in that tide, you got a chance, and you can see the tide line very close in, so there's no need for distance casting today. Let's get that drag set again, because they've all been screaming bites. I will bring you back when I have another fish on. Talk about hectic starts. That's 3 hound runs and 3 casts. I missed the last one, which is a shame, but I'm not complaining with 2 double-figure hounds on the first 2 casts. Yeah, so I'm going to show you how I bait up my peeler crab now. I've chopped, well not chopped, I've taken all the arms and legs off and claws, all the shell. I've cut it down the middle, so about halfway, so I can just open it up like so, let all the juices out. And before I actually put it on the rig, I like to just give it a quick whipping first, just so it can take some shape. Just once all the way up. Quite a nice sized crab this. Yes, just so it's got something to it to hold it together. If I can find my rig. I've got a fixed pulley, 3 OBMX on the bottom and 4O full circle on the top, both from Varivas. Now the bottom J hook, I'll hook through one end, and then I'll just, with my thumb, press the hook down there, and then just start whipping it. Should be. Just try and aim to get a nice, neat-ish sausage. So if you need to cast, it's nice and aerodynamic. And I like to have them into nice, neat sausages anyway, just for nice bait presentation. So once I've gone up and down a few times, evened it all out, I'll get my circle hook at the top and just nick it through. I like to have my top and bottom hook facing the same way, so not my circle hook coming out the back of it like that, both facing the same way. That circle hook should nail the hounds, or the J hook. I do find generally if you use a pulley rig with 2 hooks, I find most of them will come on the top hook. That's why the dongles come into fashion, because it's just the top hook. I could use a dongle here, but the reason I've got a fixed panel, just in case a thornback ray comes along and bites the bottom, I want to nail that as well. I'm saying it could grab the top, but quite a few rays I get are just on the bottom hook, so I've got that there just in case. The ground's not incredibly snaggy here, so I can get away with it. And yes, I'll get this one clipped up on the stand in the sunshine there. Look out for a sexy crab bait. A hound or a bass should nail that. And yes, I'll get it clipped up on the stand, and hopefully it doesn't take too long to get another bite or another fish. Right guys, just been tripped out on this left-hand rod. The rod's gone straight. Let's tighten up and see if we can feel anything. Oh, running down tide. There we go, fish on. Go on, be a ray, please. I want to get another species under my belt today. Yeah, lovely slight liner that. If you're wondering what main line I'm using, I've got the Varivas Yellow Sport in the 20 pound. Never let me down. Oh, I think this might be a hound actually, another hound. Lovely slat liner. I think this one's on. Oh my god. Yeah, it's another hound, I think. My god, I can't get away from him today. Yeah, it's got to be another hound, surely. Can't think what else. But yeah, like I was saying, 20 pound Varivas Yellow Sport. Probably the best line I've ever used. I've got a 80 pound NASA Ultra Flex shock leader with a Bimini twist shock leader knot, if you're wondering. This fish snagged me up. It has. Give it a bit of slack. Yeah, it has. I'm gonna go down to the water's edge, see if I can tease it out. Yep, it's out. Swimming up tide. Don't know if you can see it swimming up tide. Now it's swimming down tide. Oh my god. I think this one's on a squid bait. Yeah, it's another hound. Oh my god, I've got to run on my other rod. Oh my god, look at it, look at it.